It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. Yes, I changed it. Welcome to all our friends out there. I gotta tell you, my co-host here, she's something else. Yes, I changed the stream. It's all good because we never changed it correctly.
Oh, okay.
So you can't fix something that wasn't broken. Welcome to all our friends out there. And remember, caring is sharing. So if you're checking out today's show,
share it out.
Share it out. And we got some good stuff going on today, baby. I'm gonna tell you something. And not because we do this every day, not because of that, but because this is a truth method to feeling better.
There is nothing, and I've said this for a long time, nothing like fresh flowers to make a woman feel better. I don't know about men so much, but for women. And I told you, I started buying myself flowers. So again, when I wanted to spruce up what we do, what did I do?
You bought flowers.
I found a florist who's bringing flowers. And I have to tell you, Patricia did such a spectacular job on Mother's Day. We sent my mother-in-law some beautiful flowers, and she is still raving about it. She says, the vase and the flowers and on and on and on. I'm going to actually send my mother, Mom, if you're watching, I'm going to send you some new flowers for Mother's Day because my brother ordered them from another online florist. And I thank my brother for doing that, but they did not last, not even a week.
10-second flowers.
And they cost him a fortune. So you know what? I'm going to send Mom new flowers from Patricia Dutch on Dutch Designs.
You know, it's funny. The last time I ordered flowers, they came in 2 weeks after Mother's Day. And then the guy says, listen, I'm sorry we lost them. Don't pay for them. I said, really? 2 weeks. And I ordered red roses and they came in dead brown. But that's another story. So
I have to tell you, her flowers, we sent flowers to my daughter for her birthday. Beautiful. They're still there. And it's been 2 weeks. We need to refresh it. I've refreshed the water and everything, but I'm really excited because nothing brings businesses and everything back to life than some fresh flowers. And you know, she's going through this course. She's going to explain it to us on what this all means about healing flowers. We got healing moments behind us with Tracy McDonough. Healing flowers. And
she asked me, she says, we can't ask her a lot of questions because she's graduating in a couple of weeks. 5 weeks. In 5 weeks. But you know, when you open up Pandora's box, I'm going to ask her the most difficult questions.
Yeah.
I'm only kidding.
If you know Freddie, he will definitely ask you the questions.
That's not true. Did you like the Zoom this morning?
I can't believe it's 12 o'clock.
Why?
I don't know. We get off at 10. I don't know where the past 2 hours, I don't know where they go. I don't know. I mean, the kids have been working really hard. I moved some paintings. Now I got to move them back. I'm like this. I start coffee and then I don't give it to our guest and then I do something else and I don't finish that. I am just so not
okay, I want
here
you to
today.
Focus.
I need my flowers.
I want you to focus. Did you like the zoo this morning?
I did like the zoo this morning.
We're going to be changing things up around here.
Do you marry for love or money? I'm still into that question.
Well, that was this morning.
I know.
That was that episode.
That was that episode.
And if you missed that episode, check it out because it's all over the place. And we have now a new way. We're going to be putting it on Roku and Amazon Live daily. Daily.
Is that what they're working on?
That's what we're going to be working on. We're not going to wait 2 weeks to put 2 weeks worth of show. We're going to do it daily because we want everybody along all over the country to enjoy what we're doing. We got some phone calls from different radio stations throughout the country because they like our concept of doing video with radio. You know, it's really funny. You have to wait until the barrel has no more water and somebody has a whole stream and say, can I have some water? Yeah, and, come on, I'm going to give you some water.
We've got one of our producers, she comes in, she says, I'm investing in a podcast. And I looked at her and Teddy looked at her.
Went through the roof.
And said, we don't want to tell you what to spend your money on, but why? We've got 15 mics and 10 cameras and why invest? But if you want to spend your money, we said, wait till Freddie comes out. You walked out and you said,
absolutely
whatever you said.
not.
That's pretty much what you said.
Well,
so.
That's not what I said.
But that was pretty much the concept behind it. And that's, You know, we've got so much going on here. She is so beautiful on camera, and she
She's
did a
TV
spot on
ready.
Gubba Rum.
Absolutely. And you know something, Dawn? She just opened up the podcast channel. It took, oh my God, 10 minutes. Oh. So don't let people tell you, I want to charge you $10,000, $1,000, $500, You know what? That's not the way this game is played. Give us a call. We'll show you a better way of doing it. I can give you twice, maybe 3 times the bag for the same dollar, because we're on auto drive on this. That stuff we've already done.
Do you know 3 of our producers are from FAU?
Was that good?
I think it's fantastic. We are part of the FAU internship program on Handshake. And even though school is not happening here, they're doing virtual classes. They come here, some of them every day, some new internships. Actually, I think we've got someone else coming back. I don't know where she is, but she's be coming back for the summer internship as well. So there's a lot of things going on. Virtual graduations are still going on. Things are opening up. Like I said this morning, Starbucks is here, but I am really, really excited, Freddie, to have some new flowers adorn our set. We're going to be putting our other backdrop back up and changing some things around, some new artwork, and keep working on what we do. Bring the energy.
You know, we're going to need more room. We're going to need a bigger ship. And I've never said that to you.
You say it all the time.
No, I say it now. We're running out of room. We're going to need more room because we have a lot of people that are coming through the door. We got new shows coming out. We have Mia's going to be doing something tomorrow as well. And we have Fuego. And don't we have the ladies doing something in Spanish, Latino? The
On Thursday, yes.
We had that also happening as
Forward
well.
thinking.
And then we just got an agreement with Joy and Angel for the WWE. They're going to start next month with us, but they want to start with us small and then go into radio as
And
well.
Pamela Chanel is on this afternoon at 2:30 of The Reinvented Life. Her intro, her show is spectacular. But Florida Love, oh my
Florida
gosh.
Love, huh?
Florida Love on Friday, what they bring forward on this show, it is like a network production. It is. It's the Amp Media network production. But what Teddy is able to put together like this, you talk about high stress. It is so much more than people think pushing buttons.
Now, you just gave me an idea with our guests. When Florida Love comes back into studio, and we're going to do this carefully, it's not that we're going to have a run amok here. He sets up this stage with 6 sets of flowers.
6 dozen roses usually, yes.
6 dozen roses. He sets up flowers. I'm thinking that we have somebody who does flowers for a living, and he sort of can coordinate that
Great
to
idea.
make it look even more spectacular. He has a spectacular, I mean, that banner is his. He goes in there, he has
idea.
cameras. And we're going to be able to do virtual in the beginning, some virtual deals as well, and then little by little start bringing people in here to do it. We're doing it slowly. Got our kids in masks until further notice. Congratulations to Boca today, opening up the beaches, but you can't sunbathe. And Del Rey also can't sunbathe. You can just sort of wander around. Let's take this a little step at a time, but I'm very excited. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And use creativity. Today's keyword.
Creativity, absolutely. And that is what you're doing. So I'm excited to have Patricia with us in set. I didn't realize she had never been here, and if I thought about it, you're right, because she thought we were at the other studio when she was going to deliver the first set of flowers.
No, at all?
She
Never?
hasn't been here. I thought she was here with the Brain Bowl, but she wasn't here with them.
You weren't here? Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Do you like it?
I love it. I think it's great. It's great, you know. It's huge. You have a lot of space, a lot of studios. I love
I
it.
need more space.
She always
You need
reminds me of
more.
Danielle Bouljon when I hear her. Their voices are similar.
Yes, Danielle was here on Friday.
Do you know Danielle?
Danielle from where?
She's
The
a photographer.
Coca-Cola
Danielle?
Photos.
No, I don't know. her.
We have to introduce them.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's another.
definitely.
You got to meet Danielle.
No.
She's spectacular.
Okay, so we can.
Some of the pictures that you see us floating all over Facebook and Instagram and all that, those were put together from individual pictures.
Really?
And she has a program that it looks really marvelous. the
Oh,
way she does it.
beautiful.
She's incredible, and she's from Brazil. And every time I hear your voices are so similar.
Really?
And she does products and everything. So I ordered flowers online from Dutch Designs for Mother's Day. And I have to tell you, the one thing I got back was they are far more spectacular in person than your pictures online. So I'm thinking maybe Danielle can help you get some more pictures, because that is what I heard from those who received it. Far more beautiful than anyone could imagine.
But she has a new twist.
What is it?
Because we're going to talk about how flowers heal the body, right?
Yes.
And I'm not going to use the word heal, I'm sorry. Help the body feel better. Is that allowable?
Yes.
Can we do that? Help the body feel better. And it's really unique that you have come along, because when I was in New York, when 9/11 came along, I decided to grow flowers. Don't ask me why. My mother loved tulips,
Grow them?
yeah, from seed.
Wow.
And I had black roses. I had roses. Ask Michelle. I had a rose bush that took the whole side of my house. It was enormous, all from seeds. The only thing is, I didn't know how to get the bugs off them, because roses get a lot of little chenchas, we used to call them. And they taught me with water and soap, you hit it on there and they fall right off.
That's what someone just told us to do with the gnats we have.
Yeah, but I would have to put it on my face because they get in my nose. But flowers have a different reason. I mean, they're beautiful, but there's a different reason. You're gonna explain this to us.
Correct.
Why they are present. I'm like a book full of knowledge.
You are. Well, tell us about the course you're taking, and besides flowers just looking beautiful and smelling amazing, there are some other benefits to flowers.
Yes, they're healing. So yes, so talking about flowers healing, we know like Mother Nature giving to us this beautiful gift that is love and excitement that is called flowers. So each flowers have different personality, and each flower is meant to be to heal in some part of your body. To start over, we need to do like a good cleaning. So start cleaning your chakras. We know we have 7 chakras in our body. So you can use like 7 different kind of flowers, each color of each chakra and the aura to clean out, or you can just use a white rose to clean your energy, and then you start with the next step.
I love white roses, I just have to tell you.
Well, I want to ask. I mean, let's get into it a little bit. White rose is healing.
Healing, beauty.
Orange rose. Why is the orange rose a different type? Is it on a different frequency? What's the difference?
It is. Even if the same flowers, each color of each flowers have every different energy again. So white flowers is beauty. That's why we use them for cleaning all, this working to clean the whole body. Orange flowers are symbolize enthusiasm, excitement, happy. If you send in flowers to someone you want to say, I love you, I'm proud of you, orange flowers are the best to do it.
Difficult to grow flowers in Florida.
Very difficult. We don't have growing flowers in Florida. All our flowers came from different countries. So that's why right now the flowers are a little high on price, because, we don't have much shipping on, airplane come to the airport. So the flowers go a little high, and even in supermarket doesn't have much flowers around right now. Yeah.
The soil is sandy because this is a glacier.
What is, Florida?
Florida. There's a glacier, an ice glacier. And it's sandy, and it has a high acid level. And the other problem is the sun. The sun is murder on flowers. And I wanted to ask you, whenever you do a house and you want to put flowers on the outside, that sundown will destroy almost everything. There's certain flowers that can withstand the heat. Roses are not one of them.
Not good for here. You can bloom any other flowers that will be fine for outdoor, but roses are very delicate. Even if the one flowers that dead more faster like the other ones.
They don't last as long, but they
don't
are
last,
so
probably 10
beautiful.
days when it's fresh. They can be good for 10 days. And if you clean the water every 3 days, you put a drop of bleach and few pennies in the water, that definitely will go good for 10 days. If the roses are fresh.
That's the mineral, copper
Valerie,
mineral.
can you go to Patricia? I want to show these roses, because she said these roses are, what, a week old already?
Oh, you want to put them up here?
This is
Yeah,
a
because of
week.
the way you don't have
this
it
is
on
a
in the
week
camera.
old. This is a leftover from Mother's Day.
And they just happen to be, look how beautiful they are. She did not know I was wearing orange, by the way. This was a pure coincidence.
Yeah, that's why she wants to put it on the set, because Dawn's
But
wearing
no,
orange.
look, now we can see them.
Well, they're beautiful. And the nice thing...
These are real. Look how beautifully they're
yes.
opened.
Yeah, no, I know they're real. They're not going to be unreal.
There's even dew on them, like you see in the movies.
Well, I wanted to ask you, do you spray them with water every day?
Well, this is very important for us to know. A lot of people thinking that if they spray water on the bud of the roses every day, they will be last long. That's wrong, totally wrong, because they only can have water on the bud of the roses when it's raining and when they're growing in the natural thing. Because if you put water and those water not evaporate, they will kill the roses even faster. So some people making those mistakes at home. They spray water on top thinking that they will be helping the roses. It will kill the roses.
And if flowers are in the sunlight and you put water on them, my father said to me, la va a quemar, you're going to burn the flowers. Is that true?
If they're outside growing on the soil, they will not. They will be fine. No, they will not burn. They will be fine because the sun will be evaporate the water and they will be fine. Only when it's cut flowers, it will damage the flower.
They're so beautiful, and the way they've opened, they're a week old. These are from Mother's Day.
From Mother's Day, yes.
And then I think about my mother's poor flowers that I saw on Saturday that were so dead that she got on Mother's Day.
You had to get more.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to talk to Patricia today and send my mom some fresh flowers.
You know, the nice thing about flowers is, number one, they make you feel good.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into, you're going to take a break? Mm-hmm. And we're going to get, when we get back, I want to get into how flowers heal the body. Or help heal it.
Yeah.
And it's not, are we talking mentally or are we talking physically? Or are we talking both? Both, which is very important.
It's helping mentally and physical, yes.
Now, you ever notice that sometimes you want to eat a banana because your body's asking for phosphorus? Or you want to drink a mineral because your body's asking, like when you're dehydrated, you get sort of woggly because your body wants to have oxygen and water and the whole night. It's the same thing for flowers.
Same for flowers.
I was taught this by a blind lady when I was in high school, blind girl that I dated.
Meaning what? When you want flowers, you have to bring them?
Certain flowers are, like, there's a flower that smells delicious. I don't even know what it's called.
Well, we have the lily, smell delicious, the lavender.
My mother loved lilies.
I know.
But there's a buttercup smell or something. And the body will automatically trigger and tell you whatever mineral it is that you want, you're going to want those flowers in your life. It's really strange. I know that it sounds woo-woo, and I wouldn't bring it up.
No,
it wasn't real,
true, but it's true.
I've been affected by it.
What I also do with my flowers, I working with essential oil of the flowers. So I put essential oils in the water also. So the flowers absorb those water with essential oils and do the fragrance and helping too.
I got a Google moment. You can look this up. You ready? When you get married, you order flowers, don't you? Do you know where that came from?
Where?
When we come back from the commercial.
Give us a call, 888-994-4995. That's a good question. I love the flowers. I love that you can try and heal your body. Not heal, make your body feel better with different flowers, different scents. We're going to find out how all of that works when we come back with Patricia Dutch of Dutch Design. So stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
You have a business you want to share, ideas you want to be heard, and events you want to be known, then amp them up on Amp It Up, our new online radio station. We want your voice to be heard, so spread the word on Amp It Up. Contact us at 866-224-5422 for more information. Let's amp it up.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561 405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
Well, you're back.
You
at
see,
the
this
Brooklyn
is what I
Cafe.
like, baby, right here.
You like that?
Yeah, before I felt like it was in a cave somewhere.
Huh? We were what, like this big?
Yes.
Feel better? Feel better?
I feel like you can see me.
Feel like voluminous now?
I was going to get me some periscopic
Are you voluminous
lens I
or so
can't
much
see.
bigger now and voluminous? I love the
Is that
orange
a word?
flowers, voluminous. Yes, it's like my hair. I was going to
Like
say
your
your hair.
head. Is
I was
your-
going to say your hair,
is your
but
hair
you don't have
voluminous?
hair. My hair is voluminous, yes.
So the answer to that question about flowers in a wedding, there used to be a tradition where people, the bride, felt energy, and the flowers gave her energy, and that was the flower of use. It comes from the same concept that people used to bless the food before you ate it, to turn the food into a different frequency. I know you're gonna write in and tell me I'm crazy,
Not at all.
but the flowers started the marriage on a correct path. Do you know you can have the wrong flowers at your wedding, and it will hurt your marriage?
How do you know about the right flowers for your wedding, Patricia?
Well, you always have to heal it about your heart. So, whatever is your favorite flower when you was young, or when you walk into the flower shop and then you can get attached to one of the flowers that you see there, that is the perfect flower for you. So it's not like you really, have each flower for your zodiac sign or something like that. It's just about your feeling about the flowers when you see it.
If you buy a flower and put it in your house,
Yeah.
and you leave it there for
Exactly.
2 weeks, or whatever,
Yeah.
you will determine what makes you feel better.
Yeah. And if you feel a little stress or you want to release, some angries or whatever, you just sitting in front of the flower for 15 minutes and that's all. That's a great therapy.
It's so funny because I know that everybody's sitting there and they're probably saying, Freddie's lost his mind. But I've been there. I was just telling you guys a story about my uncle in New York. And my mother helped her brother, Imai was her brother, get out of a mental institution in the Bronx, which has now been closed for forever. And they did it through flowers. Mm-hmm. And the doctor said, we don't care what you're doing, keep doing it. My father, he was in the hospital, right, with blood clots in the lungs that would have killed any human being. He had them for over 12 years. Doctors to today still don't know why my father was alive. And you're looking at the solution in the soil, the minerals that are in the soil, in the flowers. It's just the way to go. And I know it sounds a little wacky, I know, but it's true.
I don't think it sounds
is.
wacky at all. I think you know what your body needs. I know I love flowers, and because we have such a great space, I get the privilege of being able to bring flowers and art and all these great creative things to our set. But the orange, I didn't realize that different flowers have different frequencies, that some help with anxiety, some help with cleaning your chakras. I love white roses. Those happen to be my all-time favorite. These orange roses are spectacular. The way they've each opened up, they don't even look real. They're incredible. So, and the arrangement you sent my daughter, and I know this, you put different flowers in there that have different reasonings and ways to resonate with different energies.
Yes.
So let's talk about some of the different flowers and how that helps.
Sure. Yeah, so like I said, when you have a specific reason that you want to send flower for someone who is dealing right now with stress or sadness or, angry, whatever thing you think that need help. So we working with each flower, with the energy. For example, for anxiety, we can send like astromedias, the white astromedias, yellow roses. We can use it also a little lavender touch, and also our essential oils in the water, so that will help in each one. It's healing each part of your body and your mentally thing right now.
So I think if people can just order what they say, I'm feeling a little anxious today, she can send over a beautiful arrangement that helps with that. Or feeling I need more energy, I need more clearing. The chakras, now we have a biomeridian piece coming tomorrow. They're going to be doing a show at 2:30, and I did the biomeridian testing on Friday night. They told me my 5th chakra was a little off balance. So then we went through, I guess my 5th chakra is what, my solar plexus? So we were talking about that. So with that, that's what, a yellow color?
A yellow color, yes. I want
So-
to show you, I don't know if you can see it there. I have in here a picture of,
The chakras?
I don't know, the chakras, flowers, colors that can heal each, chakras in your body.
What chakra handles the red color flower?
The red color in here,
In the belly?
no,
Your root.
the root.
Your
Your
root.
grounding,
Root,
like
yeah,
your,
the root of the chakra, yes.
your spine?
But what does it correlate to anything on the body? The roots?
When you
It's
make
your
In
spine.
stomach, your spine, your back.
Yeah, your
The,
spine.
the bottom of your
Yeah.
spine, yeah. Your root, well, like roots you.
Like I said before, we can use each flower, each color, or we can just use a white rose or any white flower.
You're going to laugh at this story. You're going to think people think you're crazy, but you're not. You just know a lot of things. So when I was back in college and I was in Miami, there's a lot of healing and spiritual people in Miami. So I went to this one woman who told me I needed to get, I think, a dozen or 13 white roses. And I had to take a bath in these white roses. And I had to mix them with this certain perfume. And I had to use this certain bowl. And then I had to take a bath in these white roses. I never knew why. I just did what they... I
What, you go
always,
to a botanica?
I guess. I
But
know.
it's work. Well, let me tell you about our flowers.
Look at your face.
And you know what? My flowers is also holistic. Every flower can heal. Any flowers you can get anywhere. But our flowers are special because the owner of the farm, they are Christian. So they bless the seed before putting the soil, and they also ask Mother Nature before they go to cut the flower from the soil. So it's a little special, thing that they do that making this flower have more energy and even making them more special, like other flowers in the market.
And you use a local farm
They are in Ecuador.
in Ecuador? That's
Yeah,
what
we
I
don't
thought.
have any local farming here. We not grow any kind of
And
flowers in here.
there's a couple of things I want to ask you. It's just asking it correctly. But number one, do you think that ladies have more frequency touches? Does flowers seem to work better with women than it does with men?
No,
It's the same.
it's what exactly the same. I have so many customers that men that love flowers. They come and pick every week their flowers, and they're making their own arrangement. And they told me every week, Patricia, I love your flowers. I'm so happy to make any arrangement. And it's work exactly the same from men's, women's, children's, adult. Well, that is why you see always people send flowers to hospital, because that is, like you say before about your uncle, that is exactly the meaning to send flowers to hospital when people are sick or getting a surgery, and that's what it is.
You ever thought about that?
I'm thinking about it now, but I'm still thinking people can pick up flowers from you and arrange them themselves.
Yes, they can.
We should do a flower arranging
Absolutely.
piece, is what I'm thinking.
Hold on, before we go down that road,
Yeah.
all of my male counterparts out there would like to receive some flowers. Why is it that the man has to make the phone call?
What's your favorite flower? Yours, not your mom's, yours.
The red rose.
The red rose? The black
been
rose.
my
I thought about the black rose.
Yeah, we thought it was, I remember she brought you the black
It is-
rose.
It is, if you can get it. Now, you're one of the few people who
I
can get it.
Yes, I can.
So I never said the black rose has always been my favorite. There's nothing in the world like it. But it's funny because a lot of people say the black the black rose is numero uno. But if you can get it,
Well, tell us about the black rose. It's not a chakra.
Right.
To me, it's not a happy flower, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a perception of black.
Well-
as my man is all black here.
well, they're purple. They're not really. I mean, they're sort of purplish, no?
Well, no, the black roses is only grown in Turkey, next to the river Euphrates. So what the black roses are, they're born in red. So the pH of the river changed the color of the rose and they're starting to blooming, and it's coming to black. Before they die, they're back to red again. So it's really,
It's the
Magical.
chameleon of the roses
yeah.
They're red, then they go black, and then they go red again.
before they
Yes.
die.
Is
Before
there a
they die.
meaning to the black rose? I mean, do they help with a certain chakra or a certain
No,
field?
they didn't know because they're grow in red. It's something just happening,
So they're
natural
really a
too,
red rose.
because it's nothing like you tint or something, it's just happening.
And then they turn black.
They're
And
really
then turn
red
black.
rose.
Yeah, they're
and then they go
black.
back to.
And
Isn't
they go
that
back
like
to red.
life, right? We're all born,
Yes.
and then we go through life, and then
Not
before
funny.
we die, we go back to how we were born.
It's weird, but it's only coming from Turkey. It's the only place that you can
That
get
would
those roses.
explain the
That's why
weird.
it's expensive, but it's not even that expensive when you can get it. It's probably like $75 a dozen without arrangement. If you put in an arrangement, it will cost like $125.
Very difficult to grow.
Very difficult.
And the course that you're going through right now, what even made you want to go through something like that? How did you even realize it or that even this exists?
About you mean the healing flowers?
Yeah.
Well, when I growing, I always want to do something to helping people. So that is how I decided to be a wedding planner, event planner. So I say I want to helping people to planning the best day of their life. And also it's coming with the flower. I always love flowers. So now when I found out about the healing flowers, I said, you know what, now I can even help him more. Because with this situation, the pandemic right now, it's very hard how people are feeling fears and angry and scared. So knowing about this flower healing therapy, it will be helping a lot of people to just relax and, understand life and be happy.
And what are you finding? People who are fearful, what flowers do you send for that? Because there's a lot.
Sending for, I'm sorry, I didn't hear
If
you.
they're fearful.
Oh, with the yellow roses, the white Alstroemeria,
We're gonna run out of
orange
those flowers.
roses, yeah.
So the yellow rose,
The yellow rose is for, to making people out
calm
of
people
stress. A white Alstroemerias, lavender. The orange roses is good for excitement and enthusiasm and, getting the energy back.
the lavender color.
Yeah. The white is to feel calm, and the purple also. And
But these
happy.
bring energy.
Yeah, and the yellow, like sunflowers, yellow roses, yellow gerberas to make people happy. Yeah.
And you've been doing this for how many years? Flowers.
I do for 23 years, the flowers. And now I becoming a flowers healing therapist in few weeks. So that is new for me also. I'm starting to learn a lot and I'm totally in love with.
Wouldn't it be fun to put out a big table
Yeah.
and bring some flowers and do an arrangement?
Wouldn't it be fun to have flowers, go down Atlantic Avenue in mask and gloves and hand people a yellow rose
Yes.
Making people happy.
and
That's a
explain
great-
to them why? In one paragraph. Now, it's funny, because if you did that, everybody would take it. If I did that, people would say, what's up with this guy? Think
You could
about
absolutely do it though.
that. I think it would be a great idea. I think right now, as we turn the corner here and everything's opening up again, we could use a little positive energy.
Exactly.
I love this. I think what a great idea. And you're doing, well, now events are kind of not so much anymore.
Yes.
What are people doing?
For what people doing right now, like to go out, you mean?
Because you've been really busy with Mother's Day. You had over 100 orders for Mother's Day, which is amazing.
Well, she's
Yes.
been also with the funerals and everything throughout
Yes,
the country.
I'm be happy with funerals and flowers for hospital. People still order flower for anniversaries and birthday and newborn.
Newborns.
Birthdays, anniversaries. You got one of those coming
I got
soon.
a newborn coming.
Yeah.
Not
Like-
me.
How's that feel, by the way, to be a grandpa again?
With so many things going on around me right now, and she put out some funny stuff
She did.
over the weekend. I think maybe she senses that I'm a little bit anxious right now, scared to death right now. A lot of stuff going on. Gio also with Joey and everything else. Kind of nervous. I gotta admit, kind of nervous. What do you got for nervous?
Well, you got some
Tension.
nervous. Well, it's, you know, right now, let me see. For nervous, what are we doing? We're having for nervous. Lavender. And then you can also have, you see the tea of flowers? So we can have like the rosebuds tea. You can do cameline, that everybody know the tea. We also can have hibiscus. The hibiscus flowers tea is really good for nervous and how you say
Hypertension.
Yeah, hypertension. Yeah.
And you can
hibiscus
get all of
flower.
these.
Yeah, you can get, and then you have to be careful. You cannot use any flower you got in somewhere for making the tea, because if they're putting some products or some, you know, toxic thing, chemical on the soil or in the water, you will get intoxicated. So you have to be sure the flower you get into boil and making the tea doesn't have any chemical on it.
Like the hibiscus tea. You can
Yeah.
take it. You can eat some of the
Give you
flowers.
diarrhea.
Yeah, like for example, those people who owns the farm where I got my flowers, they're only using like local farm veggies and fruit, the damage to using like, how you say that in England, forgot, for the soil.
From minerals and everything.
The minerals, yeah. So they're using they collect from all the local farm. Green market and things like that, in supermarkets. All the flour, the veggies and the fruit, and they're using that for their soil. So everything is organic.
So you're
no
a little
chemical.
nervous, huh?
I am. I'm very nervous. Very afraid of what can and cannot happen.
Yeah,
But things are changing, so we'll see. She got a couple of weeks left in there.
yeah. And I love the idea to giving flowers away. I can
I
donate.
think that's
like,
fabulous.
Yeah, I can donate 100 yellow roses, and I have a little sign that say "Be happy" that we can attach to each roses and giving away somewhere. We can go mice. I don't know, whatever you decide.
Kenny Love, man, what a giveaway that would be. But we go down Atlantic Avenue, I walk down, and people want to go. Some people did. A lot
I
of
heard
people
Atlantic
watched.
Avenue was kind of busy over the weekend.
I saw it. I saw it. I got to tell you, there's busy, and then there's entering, and then there's buying. Now, I got to tell you, I went to a store. I'm not going to name the store, and I sat outside, had a meeting with Steve-O. I was very upset and disappointed that we're going into the store without masks, but I guess it's free choice. And they were ordering stuff and not eating inside, but taking it with them. And I came up, what is the #1 safest place on the planet?
The
that you can
safest
go to?
place, the beach.
Safest place.
The beach.
No, more safe.
More safe.
You should know this because you make a living at
Your
it.
home.
Your car.
Your car.
Yeah.
Your car.
I was going to say, that's like an easy one. That's like a
Your
given.
Your car. Why your car?
Because you can eat in your car, you can drink in your car. You don't have to wear a mask in your car.
Yeah.
You have music in your car.
And there's no one else in it.
You can listen to Brooklyn Cafe in your car. You can listen to anything you want in your car. You can drive around, never leave your car.
Well, that's true.
It's like a mobile safety net.
That's what I told you when I first started coming back in here. I went from my house to my car to here, back to my car, back to the house. That was it. Me in my car.
And there you have it.
You can eat in your car, you can bring things in your car, you can have flowers in your car, you can have your lunch in your car, anything in your car.
Now,
You can bring flowers in your car.
they just wrote to me that the bug, the VW Rabbit, the bug, remember the little
With the
car?
little flower in
Yeah.
it?
The
Always
beetle.
had a flower in it.
Yes.
Always had a daisy in it. So I'm going to ask you, why the daisy?
Well, the daisies are happy flowers too, and it's really romantic. A lot of people, I don't know why they don't want to use much daisies when I love daisies. They are very simple flowers, but they do so much to you. It's like I say, it's romance, it's happy flowers, healing. It's also, you can use the white daisies to heal in all your chakra and your aura.
White daisy and a white rose.
You ever heard of a white daisy?
And also, white daisy is good for constantly when you have a test, especially for students. I hear you was mentioned FAU student before. If you will have a test, very stressed test, you can just have a bunch of white daisy next to you when you study, and it's helping you to clarify your mind and and how you say that to remember everything that you study.
Oh, maybe I'll send my son some white daisies as he's studying for the bar the next 7 weeks.
Well, I'm going to tell you, that technology came from Germany. Because
What?
they're way ahead of using flowers to stimulate the mind. So they used to put the daisy in the Volkswagen Rabbit. And then because you're supposed to change it,
Right.
people weren't doing that. So they got the plastic one to remind you, you should always have it in there. But this is all true. This is going back. You know that the rabbit was considered in Germany during the Nazis to be the Cadillac of the world. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It's the Cadillac of the world. That car had everything. So when they put the flower in it, it went over the top.
And another thing like flowers can protect you is because, you know, each flower is meaning to each angel. And, you know, any religion, we have angel. So it doesn't matter if you're Jewish, if you're Catholic, if you're Christian, every religion believes in angels. So angels also work with flowers, you know, with the energy of the angels and the energy of the flowers and the energy of the stone and everything. It's beautiful. Everything coming from Mother Nature work
know that?
together.
Yes. And do you know that our society, our world, because of what's happening, the answer to, and this I was told, don't scream at me, the answer to all viruses lie either in the rainforest, in flowers. You know, poison ivy is not an accident. The Venus flytrap, which is a living animal, is not an accident. There are things out there that we don't even understand in the flower world.
Correct.
You and I talked about this. So let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, more with Dutch Designs. Order yours today. You can find them at their website. What's the website, Patricia?
It's DutchDesignsEventPlanner.com.
We got to shorten that.
Sorry.
DutchDesignEventPlanner.com.
Yeah, we got to go to something like Flower Me.
Right? More short.
Shorten up a little bit. Stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff, your branding specialist with Promo Stuff For You. So we're entering the new year. By now everybody has gotten their corporate gift, so this time of year generally is quiet with the exception of marketing departments trying to figure out what they're going to do for 2020. So it's really important that a company figures out and does proper planning throughout the year as to what type of marketing they want to do. At Promo Stuff For You, I love being able to sit down with a client and figuring exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, and time it with the various events they might have coming up.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And you would think the flowers is such an easy concept.
So easy. People want to know how to find your Facebook page, Patricia. They're writing it and they don't know how to find it.
Oh, the Facebook page is Dutch Design. It's
Dutch
Facebook,
Design.
Yeah, Facebook.
D-U-C-H.
D-U-C-H, not
There's not a T in it.
So it's Dutch without the T. And
That's 'cause
designs in plural with
She's
S.
Latina.
Douche.
She's-
Dutch.
Dutch.
Dutch without the T.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you say it without the T?
D-U-C-H.
Dutch. Dutch.
I'm
Dutch.
Puerto Rican. I don't think there should be a T anyway. Otherwise, it'd be Dutiche.
It's like all your word, joke, everything. You don't believe in R's either. I think everything has an A.
What difference is
Say
it?
Joker.
Joker.
Riddler.
Joker.
Joker. Riddler.
Riddler.
Everything ends in an A.
Riddler. What's wrong with that?
Riddler.
What?
Huh?
It's like peanut.
Yeah, just like that. But you guys were talking during commercial break about so many ideas about going with spirituality and different flowers to bring forth different ideas.
It's
Creativity.
Funny. Yeah, well, it's funny because everybody's looking for an answer to what's going on around us right now. Now we have the children having issues. And sometimes the answers lay in front of you. We just got to tap into this thing. I got bombarded with all of the electrical stuff and everything else. And you know something? It's not that I'm saying it's wrong. Right now I'm looking to move on. I'm looking to, it's like I said this morning, God made your feet to go in one direction, forward. Not being, your feet don't go backwards, right? You don't have your toes facing behind you. They're facing in front of you.
You know, there's nothing better than, at least for me, when I would go to the grocery store, not about buying the food, because that's one of the things you have to do, to be able to go get flowers and pick out what you like and enjoy. Now, those flowers aren't so great. I'm not going out to the grocery store to even look for them. I'm not even going out to a florist. I've been missing my flowers because when I wake up in the morning, when I go in the kitchen, I like to keep them in a place where I see them, either by the front door, by my kitchen sink, things that I frequent as often as I possibly can at home. Since I'm not at home a lot, I like to bring them here. I get to enjoy them here.
Put them in your car.
They would die, but yes, I love the smell of them. I love the perfection of how these little roses have opened up.
That's what
They
I like.
haven't even drooped over. I mean, this is amazing. They have all opened up beautifully.
Now those flowers that we had on the set
With the lilies
with the lilies, I'm gonna say it was huge.
for Mother's Day,
And
yes.
for Mother's Day, and I had them on there for the longest until they attacked me because they started to fall all over.
Well, you know what happens with lilies is the inside.
The inside. You need to take it out.
So I would keep
Easy to
cutting
clean
them.
out.
Yeah, well,
And then
got
I
a shirt
cut it,
threw
and then he
away.
got it on. Did you throw it away?
It doesn't come out.
And then he cut it on his shirt. I bet Patricia could help you.
Yeah, no, it's
got
not coming out from
Sure.
sure. But that's why you need to get out. You know, you can clean out. It's very easy. Just pull it out, and that's it.
So I've
Well,
been
if I had
cutting
known
them.
that-
I've been cutting them.
If I had known that before, it fell all over me and there was stains everywhere. But
Yes,
my
they-
God, but they smell
They
terrific.
smell terrific. And they're all the lilies open, right? They're all bloom.
That's why now I have clear mind.
Yeah.
For
lily?
focus. Well, the daisy, she says, is for focus. I
Yeah,
love
for
the idea
focus
of
too.
creativity. And you don't have a storefront right now, so people are able to come to you, or you're able to deliver flowers.
I do, yes. I don't have the storefront anymore. I just work in from a close warehouse, and people can order online. But you can also pick up the flowers if you want to make your own arrangement. You know.
What about
And-
hydrangeas?
Oh, hydrangeas are beautiful. I love hydrangeas. You know, it's a town in Brazil that the whole town love hydrangea on the street and everywhere. It's beautiful. So hydrangea just need a lot of water. If you don't give it water, they'll die. But the thing is, if you see some hydrangea die, you cut it in angle, put in a little water, put in the fridge, and they're back to life. It's
Really?
amazing, yeah. And another thing I want to tell you, Dawn, that you say you don't want the flowers in your car because we'll die. Let me tell you this. You can use pictures of the flowers that you like in your car, in your home, and it's work exactly the same as fresh flowers with the energy of what you want to do it.
It's funny you say that because I'm going to ask her. A friend of ours said the bluebonnet, the Texas bluebonnet, helps with diabetes. And she said the same thing, that you don't need the flower because we're not in
Correct.
Texas. That you
Correct.
can have a picture of the bluebonnet and
Yep.
get the same effect on diabetes.
Correct. Yes, you can just print them from Google, and have the flowers exactly working the same for healing therapy, like fresh flower.
But let me ask, if you don't believe in the power that it is it still going to be effective?
It's still working because it's
Really?
you know, the nature is healing. So even if you don't believe, they will let you to believe after it's really worked.
Even if it's a picture?
Even it's a picture. The energy is so strong of the flower that is, you know, still working on healing.
The blue bonnet.
Yeah, the blue bone. Yeah.
We're going to have someone paint you a blue bonnet.
Also,
I'll put it in my
the
pocket.
violet, you know, if you have insomnia, you know, you can sleep at night, especially now with all these things happening. Oh, I can have money to pay my rent. I came back to work. That I have the check from the government. It's so many things in your mind, like you couldn't go to sleep. You can print in the violet, you know, flowers and put it inside your pillowcase. Boom, you will be sleeping like a baby.
A violet.
A violet
Those
flower.
are beautiful. Have you ever seen a real
The
violet?
violet's beautiful.
Not
I see a walking
often.
violet, Tracy, from Healing Moment. Do you know something? I got to tell you. That's really strange you say that because purple calms me down.
Yeah.
When I see Tracy, she always comes in purple.
Yeah.
And when she's in the room, I said this before, it's like something changes.
It's a healing color. It's a healing vibration is purple.
But she's like a walking healing stone. I guess her frequency must be up there because that's what she does for a living. And every time I see her, I'm glad you brought this over because every time I get a little bit anxious, I just text Tracy. I said, Tracy, I need to see you. Just by seeing her, I feel more relaxed.
yeah.
I can imagine purple flowers.
Yeah, well,
would
her
have the same
energy is
effect.
great also. You know, she's very spiritual. I know her and I love her. And she's a great professional too. And, you know, she have a wonderful energy. So that's why you feel comfortable just seeing her.
So many things that work hand in hand. What she sent for Mother's Day was just, actually, I should give you the vase back so we can refill that one. So many beautiful things. So that's what we're going to do. Every week, she's going to change up the flowers on our set, different frequencies.
Now, we've been asking artists. We wanted to do something with artists. I'm thinking we do a sip and paint with some of the flowers that she
Like a
brings
still
in.
life.
What?
Huh?
No, sip and paint. You know, you come in.
So
and
you're
you-
painting a still life.
Okay, don't get complicated on me. It's a damn painting.
Yes.
We put the painting and people sit in a circle so that way we can keep the safe distance.
Okay.
And then she'll bring in something that has a beautiful, beautiful painting to it. And then the one that has the best painting voted on by the people in the room gets to take it home.
The arrangement.
Yes, Dawn.
It
you're
starts
right.
with this and then it goes to this. Yes, 100%.
I'm just feeling that. I think it's a marvelous. at
Chelsea
this
would do
stage of
that.
the game. No, Chelsea can't do that because she's an artist.
No, man,
could be
she
a
would
judge.
teach it.
She could be a judge.
She would help teach it.
What I got?
We have your caller on the phone. I forgot my mouth.
All right. How do people get in touch with you? I'm so excited. I'm going to give her the vase back. We're going to fill it up and
Lots more to
we're going to
come.
keep changing it up.
Absolutely. So if people bring me their own vases, I can do exactly the same. They just pay for the flowers and a little fee of the labor. But right now, I'm not charged any labor because with all those things happen. So I want everybody is willing to have some healing flowers in their home. So just pay for the flowers and it's free charge to put it in the vase.
Wow.
How do people get in touch with you to order flowers?
They can call at 516-444-2072.
Call it again slowly, please.
Okay, 516-444-2072.
And you can find her on Facebook at Dutch, D-U-C-H Designs. You can always contact us right here at the Brooklyn
Yes.
Cafe Show. We will get you in touch with her. I think we should do something with healing flowers, different energies. Apparently, our light has something to say about that.
Wow, did you see that?
I did.
I did too.
You saw it too? You never know what happens at the theater, I tell you.
Yeah.
You never know about the energies, but you know what? If you're stressed, she's got a flower for that. If you're anxious, she's got a flower for that. If you're in love, got a flower for that too.
And if
you
you're
know
getting
what?
divorced, we'll get you flowers for that too.
You're getting divorced or someone unfortunately passes away, she's got flowers for that nationwide. She can have flowers delivered for you any
Anywhere.
place. All you have to do is reach out to her. Her website is lovely, but you know what, better than that, just pick up the phone and give her a call because she will create something spectacular for you.
All right.
Ready to go to commercial break?
Let's do this.
When we come back, we've got Vice Mayor Steve Glassman joining us from Fort Lauderdale. So stay tuned. We're going to talk about the reopening of Fort Lauderdale. There's a little bit of controversy going on because state says one thing, county says one thing, city says another.
Let's see what the city says.
So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
The benefits of CBD are well known, but not all CBD is equal. At your CBD store, our award-winning products are made from organic industrial hemp. Your CBD store products are third-party tested for purity, and we offer a wide variety of products to meet your needs and preferences, from water solubles, topical creams, and oil drops to pet products. Visit your CBD store and let our knowledgeable staff guide you. Your CBD store.
His abilities as a dry cleaner are so undeniable, Dry Clean Only tags have his phone number printed on the back. Stubborn stains sometimes call him late at night just to apologize. His pickup and delivery service is so fast, his vans have pit crews. He is the most interesting dry cleaner in the world.
You don't always dry clean, but when you do, use A&T dry cleaners. Stay dirty, my friends.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. Look how nice that shot is. See that? Nice
Wow,
and
how do I
tight.
get bigger every time I get up and sit back down?
What do you get bigger?
I get bigger. I'm
You're
like
bigger.
Alice in Wonderland, you know, she shrinks and she grows and the shot gets bigger.
You're actually moving yourself out of the shot. You got to come this way a little bit.
Because I keep getting up. I wanted to give Patricia the
Okay, there you
vase back that we had gotten from Mother's Day so she can refill it. So that, as I'm excited, she'll refill the vases and she'll bring in a new one and take the old one and bring it back. So we have perpetual motion of energy in our studios now. I'm excited.
You have perpetual motion. Okay.
I have perpetual motion anyway. And I'm really excited to have our next guest join us. We have Steve Glassman. He's the Fort Lauderdale Vice Mayor of District 2 joining us.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm excellent. How are you both?
We are great. I'm excited to have you join us. So thank you so much for joining us. I was reading some articles over the weekend about what's happening in Fort Lauderdale and all these things with the gym openings, and you've got some new parks opening up right down in Flagler Village. So thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Happy to be here. You know, just so you know, I was actually born in Brooklyn, so to be on the Brooklyn Cafe Show, it's perfect.
You grew up in Brooklyn.
He grew up in Brooklyn. Brooklyn is doing some nice things opening as well. They have some parks and they put circles in the parks and people are actually staying in circles. We talked about that this morning.
We were talking about that this morning, of what they're doing.
And it's a park in Brooklyn where I used to play baseball actually, but it's kind of cool the way they do it. Very nice.
Well, as for Lauderdale, you're opening up officially, partially today?
Yes, today's the big day.
How's it going?
So far, so good. I have not heard anything terribly disturbing. I know there's a little bit of a push and pull between the city and the county over commercial public gyms. We'll see how that plays out today. We have conflicting orders from the city's mayor and the county administrator. So we'll have to see how that works. But everything else is we basically let everyone know in a very concise way everything that's opening, all of the rules and regulations and the protocols that we hope people will take. The worst that could happen is that people just, think it's party time and we have an awful relapse. So we have to really make sure that we're all behaving well, following the protocols and taking care of each other, and we should be okay. This is a partial reopening. Nothing's opening up 100%, and we've set those percentages to match the governor's orders. And I know that people are eager to get back to business. People are eager to get back to work. We have an amazing city. I absolutely love Fort Lauderdale. It's a great city, and people want to be here. People want to visit here. We have to start welcoming our tourists back eventually. But we always have to do it in a really smart and safe way.
How do you think things are going to be changing now for tourism?
Well, our hotels are really not open now for the typical tourist because the pools are not allowed to open, and obviously the restaurants will slowly start opening, but there are so many restrictions. But it's going to be a slow climb back. But I'm really confident that we're going to be a resilient town in so many ways, and this is just a place that people want to be. They want to be on our beaches. They want to partake in our cultural nightlife. They want to partake in all of the arts. They want to partake in everything that we have to offer. So they'll be chomping at the bit as much as we are to get back. So I think it's going to be a slow haul. I'm not going to be, so overly optimistic. This is going to take a little time. The rest of this year is going to be a tough climb back. But we will do it gradually. Our Greater Fort Lauderdale Chamber of Commerce has put out a great guide in terms of how businesses should reopen in a smart and safe way. Everyone is on the same page, and I think we're going to get there, but it's not going to happen overnight.
It's going to take some time.
Yes. I think that the important thing is that people coming back to businesses, I think the psychology, people want to feel safe. So if you're going to open, that's great, but people going in, the wannabes that are like that said we gotta go, they're gonna go, but the general public wants to feel safe. And I know that Boca took its time opening, which I applaud doing that. And I see that also some of the changes that are going about. Is it 50% is where we're at now, or still 25%?
Well, it's interesting because Boca, Palm Beach County, we opened at 25%, and you guys at Fort Lauderdale, and now you're opening right at 50?
We opened at 50, but when the governor gave us the go-ahead to open at 50 today, he also, a day later on last Friday, allowed the entire state to go to 50. So we're all on the same page now. You are also at 50, as are we.
And I saw something's going on with the gym situation. What's going on between what's coming out from the governor, what's being said by the county, and now we've got the city of Fort Lauderdale?
Sure. The governor last week announced that today all of the gyms will open at 50% capacity in the state of Florida. And the city of Fort Lauderdale took that to believe that that includes us. However, the Broward County administrator issued an order after our mayor issued an order, and her order contradicted his order. Our mayor said the gyms will open on Monday, and her order subsequent said no, they won't. So we'll see how that plays out today. I'm waiting to hear what the latest news is. I know that our mayor has a press conference set at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and one of the speakers is a gym owner, as well as the Chamber of Commerce and some others. So we'll see how that plays out today. There was some coverage about that in the Sun Sentinel yesterday. There was some posturing about, people could face arrest and things like that, and I certainly hope it doesn't come to that. This is not a priority. This should not be, I think, what our county should be focusing on in terms of any kind of punitive damages or any kind of, laying the law down. So hopefully we'll all work it out, and we'll see how that goes today.
Because I don't think it's about punitive damages. I think ultimately it's about keeping people safe.
Oh, right, exactly. But the governor has said that the entire state, including Palm Beach County and Broward County, can open the gyms. There's some very strict regulations in terms of sanitary procedures. I will say one thing, it's always about being safe. So I'm not going to argue on that, but all of the protocols are there for sanitizing and cleaning, all of the regulations, the social distancing, the way people have to behave in the gyms, the way the gym operators have to behave in terms of making sure that everyone is safe and that the facilities are clean and sanitized on an ongoing basis. So yes, the gym owners know, because if they don't open up in a safe and responsible way, they'll be shut down just as quickly as they were opened up. So hopefully everyone will behave, everyone will do the right thing and use common sense, and we should all be able to get through this together.
The gyms, I think nail salons, hair salons, I don't even know so much because there's so much alcohol and everything's getting sprayed down and it's one-on-one. But things that are shared equipment like the gyms, nail files, things we talked about before, restaurants, utensils. I mean, this is a huge undertaking to open up even at 50%. You're relying really on the business owners to have the right protocols in place. You're relying on your clientele to come in and take the right protocols, be social distancing, be cautious. I mean, we're relying a lot on people to do the right thing.
Well, I think that most of the problem that we had is that people were not following instruction because nobody really knew how bad this can get. But now we know, and we have to be cautious in what we're doing, not only for businesses, but also for the employees, for people coming into the business. If you have a business and there's confidence in there that you're doing it the right way, everybody's going to be okay. Listen, we're going to have problems. It's going to happen, but we're going to have some issues because we're learning this curve as we go along. But if we pay attention and we follow what the plan is, we should be okay. We should be okay.
And there is nothing that really is the epitome of South Florida like Fort Lauderdale. East Fort Lauderdale is...
It's a hub.
Is East Fort Lauderdale. There's no word to describe it. It just is. It describes itself. It is old school. It is where it all began. It is nightlife. It is families now. It has been, a lot of things have been, what do you call it, gentrified?
Well, I would say that we are a combination of everything that was wonderful from our past, but we also have taken leaps and bounds into the future. And we are almost I would say a cosmopolitan city now. We are an international destination, and our tourism numbers show that in terms of where our folks come from all over the world. It is a very, very popular destination. So we're excited about that, and that's why we want to get that back. I will say you're right. This is going to be a delicate balance, but everybody has to behave properly. With regards to restaurants that you mentioned, they know what to do. They know how to separate the tables. They know how to use disposable menus. They might even go to disposable cutlery so that you might not be getting the same silverware. They know what to do. The servers will be wearing the masks and the gloves. And what I'm looking to do in Fort Lauderdale is to do what I've seen in some other places around the country. We need to get creative. We need to use our parking lots and our alleys and our streets and our sidewalks in a way that we've not used them before. In other words, create more space for our businesses and our restaurants. Let's see people participating outside. Let's do away with some of the zoning and the code, and let's make sure that people can expand their footprint so that you might have tables and you might have displays on sidewalks and parking lots that are not going to be that heavily used anymore because, let's face it, not everybody is feeling comfortable, so we will have less cars on the road. One of the things I was very proud about in my city is I proposed, and we have now instituted, a lane closure on A1A right along the ocean. Our easternmost lane, it was closed on weekends for the last 3 weekends so people could jog and bicycle ride and walk and have more space than just a narrow sidewalk along the ocean. And now we have extended that now all the way through Memorial Day, not just weekends. Just yesterday we announced that we had permission from our state, and we are now going to have that lane closed all the way through Memorial Day to give people that breathing room. So we have to think outside the box now. We can't always just say, let's go back to the way things were exactly. We have to be creative, and we have to find solutions that we were not necessarily looking for in the days in the past.
I love that.
What a great idea.
I came up, I saw something, I think it was in Europe, because it's only 50% full, right? So you take mannequins. They take mannequins and put them in the restaurants, right? and they fill half the restaurant with mannequins, which is the coolest thing. And then somebody even got more cool.
It's like a seat filler. You can't
Yes,
sit
like
where
a
the
seat filler.
mannequin is.
But then a designer of clothing started putting clothing on the mannequins. Somebody with jewelry came along and put jewelry on the mannequins, and you can actually buy stuff from the mannequins in the restaurant. It is the most outrageous thing I've ever seen, but it's smart. It's out of the box thinking. I think it's fantastic.
I love the idea, though, of changing the zoning also. Now, what's that look like, right? Because people, your city, I know we're in Boca, right? You talk about the zoning and our signage and different parking lots. To be able to maybe, what do you, amend the zoning and say, now let's use some of this empty space that we can to bring more people out, walk around more, get everyone seeing the sights of Fort Lauderdale?
Well, you might not have to amend the zoning, or you can probably just relax the zoning, relax the code during these very difficult times. This is an emergency situation, so we would probably issue ordinances that basically say to people, you now can go all the way to the curb if you have sidewalk space. You can use your parking lots. You can use space behind your buildings. You can use alleyways. It's just trying to figure out other ways to use outdoor space, because we do know that people are probably better off in outdoor spaces right now than indoor spaces if they're going to be with a crowd of people. So therefore, you look to optimize your outdoor space and be creative, and set up nice tents, and you can put pots and flowers and plants and trees, and make it attractive, and make it a place that want to go. You could set up markets outside for other vendors, not necessarily just restaurants. But that's the way I think we have to think in the next couple of months to make people comfortable to want to go to these places.
What a great idea. Right when farmers markets would be closing down because of summer, maybe we bring them back a little bit, or a little bit different.
Well, the other aspect that we can start using is the virtual stuff, where you can start doing a combination of in-person and virtual. Sort of come out of the box thinking and sort of go back and forth a little bit until people feel comfortable enough to come out. The radio station, I mean, we've been doing this for 10 years with them, where you can actually do radio. Now I can do radio anywhere in the U.S. this way. So if you want to interview and have a show in California, you can have it radio-wise in California. You can have it anywhere in the country this way. You sort of have to think out of the box, as the gentleman was saying.
And you are. I saw you've got some new park that's been seeding over down in Flagler Village.
I'm sorry, if you could just repeat that. That didn't come out. About a new park, I heard that part.
New park, Flagler Village. There's keeping some green space open.
Well, we used to have a building on a site called the One Stop Shop site, and that had some building services. We did demolish that. That is also in my district. We're creating a very large open green space. Down the road, we might look to maybe do some sort of entertainment venue there, but yes, it's very important because that part of our town is just going gangbusters. It's a thriving arts area. It's a thriving area for young folks. We have a lot of construction, a lot of buildings happening in that part of downtown. So yes, we're always looking at ways to optimize green space as we grow. We have to always have that balance so people have a place to get some fresh air and a place where you can set up, arts events and music events and just enjoy and not always be just totally surrounded by concrete. So yes, that's really important for us.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you've got a lot of things going on. You've got meetings and reopenings of Fort Lauderdale. Please stay in touch with us. Your social media director is spectacular. So shout out to Celia for arranging this and putting this in place over a weekend. Thank you so much. We will stay in touch. Stay safe. More to come.
Thank you. You too, both. Stay safe, and thank you for having me. I really enjoyed the time.
Well, Celia, you're always welcome to come back, give us an update. If things get a little bit wonky and stuff like that, you need us to put whatever word out. We're all in. We want everybody to be safe. And you guys, you're the pulse of what we're trying to accomplish here. So you got a home here whenever you need it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And we will be in touch, and I look forward to coming back. Both of you, thanks you for having me, and be safe and be healthy. Thank you.
Pleasure. You too.
Bye-bye.
Vice Mayor Steve Glassman, District 2 of Fort Lauderdale.
Very cool. Well, listen, you're getting it right from the horse's mouth. I don't want to hear that all of a sudden he said, she said. Listen to the ones that are telling you how to do it and why.
The best way to do it, right? And I love the creativity of what it is. And hey, maybe Patricia, we can get some of your flowers there. Are people going to open up if they're going to relax some of the zoning in Fort Lauderdale? Put some flowers out, some potted plants to make it more environmentally friendly for people to want to be in a parking lot, but to be able to get out there.
And did you see that they are going to open up sports facility? I am dying to see.
I saw that. I was wondering how they're going to be doing that.
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to have crowds or not have crowds, but from what I understand, every other seat is the way they're going to seat them. Every other seat. So you're going to go to 50% stadiums. Nothing in the bleachers here in South Florida.
You know, when I think about, I guess maybe because it's outside, because I think about theater, I think one of the most spectacular venues is Broward Center, right in downtown Fort Lauderdale. Kravitz Center in Palm Beach. Is it you're going to do every other seat? And Broadway right now in Manhattan is shut down until Labor Day. I don't know what our theaters are doing here.
I think we're going to find out.
But so many great things. I'm so honored that he joined us today as things are opening up.
And he's busy today. He took time out to do it. Yes.
Right.
I had off.
So thank you for that. And his social media marketing person did a great job setting this up with me over the weekend. So thank you, Celia, for that. Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, more with what we got cooking at the Brooklyn Cafe. Let us know what's happening in your area, as I say, in your neck of the woods, how things are opening up, how you're feeling about it. Let us know what businesses we can help do a shout out to. Just like we did to the city of Fort Lauderdale, you can give us a call at 888-994-4995, and we will be right back.
The official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. They have amazing deals, great food, and an even better customer connection. Their owner Nico runs the friendliest and cleanest pizzeria for miles around. With their pizza made with whole wheat, gluten-free, cauliflower crust, and traditional New York style, you can't go wrong. Plus all the extras like salad and chicken wings. They are a family-run business with a great atmosphere. Call today to order your pizza and tell them the Brooklyn Cafe sent you at 561-961-4163. That's 561-961-4163 for Pizza District, the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. As the coronavirus pandemic continues to run its course, Paramount Property Maintenance is offering the community a helping hand. Introducing the COVID-19 Action Disinfecting Plan, a one-of-a-kind procedure that will effectively clean and disinfect your business or place of residence. Paramount Property Maintenance has years of experience in dealing with biological contaminants, and their methods are proven to be more reliable and more extensive than any janitorial or cleaning service in South Florida. The COVID-19 Action Procedure features the use of hospital-grade disinfectant recommended by the CDC, as well as a highly trained sanitation team that will make sure every surface in the room receives proper treatment. Contact Paramount Property Maintenance today at 305-761-8191 to make your home or workplace COVID-19 free.
We are on fire, so let's spread your business like fire. Spotlight your business, ideas, and events through our Brooklyn Cafe TV channel on Amazon Fire. Contact us today at 866-224-5422 for more information. Let the whole town, even the whole country, know your message with the click of a button. Together, we ignite.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Beautiful. Fantastic. Oh, I'm excited. Flower of the Week Club or Flower of the Month Club.
Well, that's what we were talking about. We're going to put the club together where it's just like, I got the idea from doing
House
the wine
of Flowers, yes.
Or you get to join a club. It's going to have a newsletter and everything else attached to it. We're going to put a show to it, so she brings a flower and explains the significance of health and feeling good and everything else. Listen, there's only one way to go, and that's up.
And be creative. Just like we talked with Vice Mayor Steve Glassman of Fort Lauderdale, be creative. Get back in our environment. We live in such a spectacular place to open up our parking lots. Why not, right? It's space. Put flowers, put plants, bring people out, use plastic utensils. Hey, you know what? My way, you're really realizing now, is the better way. Plastic utensils, we throw things away.
Yeah, you did that because you didn't want to wash dishes.
I don't wash things. I never touch escalators. All these things that I never used to do because of germs are now coming out as you shouldn't be touching escalators. You shouldn't be holding on to these things and all these things I always wondered about, and here you have it.
And it comes full circle, doesn't it?
But the flowers, oh my gosh, from Dutch Designs. We're going to be doing a flower making class here. I love what you called it in Spanish, House of Flowers.
La Casa de Flores.
I can't
House
say
of
that,
Flowers.
but I think it sounds beautiful.
It is, and it's going to be a unique way that we're going to introduce this thing because there's going to be a newsletter involved. There's going to be a club where you buy flowers, and she's going to go in virtually and explain to you why they sent these flowers and the healing moments of it, the chakras, or just to feel good.
I'd actually like to get some artwork over here. That's a huge, big botanicals. I'm trying to think who I just saw paint that.
All right, I need you to focus because when we start in one thing, you get carried away, and then you want to do the 400 thing.
I know. If you notice, I don't finish anything. I mean, I do, but I leave the coffee on the coffee machine, and then Freddie brings the coffee someplace else. It does get finished ultimately.
It does. Ultimately, somebody else finishes it.
Ultimately, it gets done.
You got 200 things going on in the same idea. We
In my
changed
head,
the
yeah.
art in one room, and then I got to go and change it again.
But these are beautiful. These flowers are spectacular from Dutch Designs. Gubba rum. I have to tell you, I brought a bottle of the Gubba vanilla to my mom. I actually came in over the weekend and I picked up a bottle of Gubba vanilla for my mom. And she's funny, so she didn't know how to open it, so she has this special opener. I don't even know how she did it. The special opener is like a grip that opens this up, and she opens it up. She goes, oh, it smells like vanilla. And my dad, he's sitting across in the kitchen because we tried to do social distancing with them, and he says, what is that? And she's screaming across the kitchen of what's in it. So instead, she shows him the bottle. So she opens up a fresh bottle of rum. Like I would brew a morning cup of coffee, and I go, this smells so good. She takes it, and you hear the glick, 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 glick. And she said, you got nervous, right? You should have seen your face.
Yes, I did. Because I didn't know if you opened that.
She says, there is nothing better than a fresh bottle opened of rum. And she said, the sound and the smell, and she tastes it, and she's mixed it. She goes, I can't mix it with anything. She said, it was so smooth. She was better than her big bottle of whiskey that she had, that you've never seen a bottle this size. She said this was absolutely amazing. She wanted to know where she could purchase it in Fort Lauderdale. And I know Primo liquor stores in Fort Lauderdale and on Las Olas. That is available. You can also contact us right here at the Brooklyn Cafe Show to get your Gubba rum.
Well, how'd you do that?
Vanilla and coconut.
How'd you do that?
Do what?
Primo. How'd you know? How'd you remember that?
Are you still looking for the email?
I was. How'd you do that?
It's the gift of what I get to do every day working here at the cafe.
Yes, primo. And if you go to your local ABC or whatever liquor store you go to, ask for Gubba. If they don't have it, tell them to get it in. And we'll make sure that they deliver it on time. There's a new deal coming out. The Gubba bags, as you see in front of me, I haven't been able to show it off because we still don't have the juice here. But there is a combination with these two bottles. Each one is marinated to another juice. It comes in the bag, and you can purchase both. The bag is kind of cool as well.
It's great, actually.
And we are going to actually have both of them on set as soon as we get the green light.
Kind of like a tie. You put your juice, you put your rum, put it on your backpack, and you go.
And I have an old thing. I told Steve that I used to do something called the magic juice, the go-go juice, when we used to go canoeing. And I'm going to tell you, there ain't no more go-go you're going to need than this bad boy.
But this is fantastic. They've got some juice. Organic juice is going to be going in with that, and our Gubba rum. Everyone loves it. It's so spectacular with the ingredients.
It's wicked smooth.
It is wicked smooth.
And the funny thing is, if you go to GubbaRum.com, you can find out everywhere that it's sold. And if you call us and you want us to get it to you, let us know, and we'll make a little deal with you to make sure that you get your gubba rum. Get your
Silver
gubba
and
rum.
gold. And I have to tell you, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I am a little partial right now to mixing the coconut, the silver, with the pineapple juice.
My son says that the gubba with the Coca-Cola, and now they got Coke Zero.
So I'm thinking the vanilla, my mom was thinking she could make, my mother. I would need my mom to do like a drinking segment. Oh, Teddy, actually, see if we can find that cooking segment. If the vanilla with on ice cream I saw would be kind of cool. Or maybe some like apple, like an apple baked apple pie or something. You pour this on like a syrup.
No, I think we're wasting good booze on apple pie.
But a lot more to come with that. I love the idea of the flowers. I am really grateful that Vice Mayor Glassman joined us today, because you know what? To take time out of his day right now, especially as Fort Lauderdale is opening, I wonder what everyone's thoughts are on going to the gym. I know my thoughts on going to the gym. I'm not so quick to run back to the gym. It's just me personally.
It's like I told you before, I think people go to the gym because it's a socializing moment.
That is true.
You can't go to the movies and socialize. And you don't want to go to the bars to socialize just yet, even though from what I saw over the weekend, a lot of people are hitting the watering holes.
It is nice to get back out and see people, that I know. You and I have been quite fortunate because we do have a place to come to work, and our crew has been slowly coming back to work. People that have not, that are now just starting to venture out. I talked this morning about teachers. They've been, financially, they are in a great position because they've been being paid, and they're still teaching, and the kids are coming online the best they can. But now they got to go back to school and actually clean out their classrooms. So for me, as a past teacher, it's bittersweet because you go into teaching for the kids. You go in to see them in the bond and to see their faces and to see them learn. And as an elementary school teacher, I remember the hugs and the look and these sweet faces of why you went into teaching, preschool even. You don't get to see them. There's no closure in this.
What would you do if you were a teacher? What would you do right now if you have 6 months off? What would you do?
Well, I was talking to my daughter about that because now she's off until August. School goes, theoretically, we don't know, but school is supposed to, we think, going back in August. What do you do now from May? Now, they've been off since March. They've been off April, May, June, July. What do you do?
Tell your daughter to write a book and use art.
But you want to see people, right? And, I mean, people have been isolated.
What do I see people for?
People have been isolated. You've got young teachers, people who are single.
FaceTime.
But it's not the same as human contact.
Well, don't say you want to see people. You want to interact
with people, yes. Have that human contact. See those students that you went into teaching for, because now they go in and they're packing up the classrooms for summer. There's no closure any which way for this. Now, understand some of the parents are liking it because they're getting to bond with their kids. Some of the kids are doing maybe better projects. Maybe their quality of work is a little bit better on one side. On the other side, some kids don't have access to the internet. I mean, there's two sides and there's all the stuff in between. But now there's a lot more downtime of relaxing, and how much cleaning can you do?
You see, if I was a teacher, depending on the grade that I was teaching, I would do what I did when I was coaching.
Which is what?
I went to an old drive-in theater in the Bronx, Whitestone. Huge parking lot. I mean, that thing went from here to Tampa. And I went in there and I had my baseball teams meet me there. And we had meetings there. And I would do that with kids. I know you can't do that with kindergartners. Or maybe you can, I don't know. I know you could do it with 5th graders and 4th graders. And you bring them out and you do different projects away from
But then you got to get the kids out. So there's so many different levels.
Kids come with the parents. You're going to separate them in a giant
social
parking lot.
distancing, yeah.
And you can still do projects there. How many will come out?
Interesting, right? I think murals. I mean, there's so many things that we could do in the community. If we could paint and food drive, there's so many things to do. But it's about being creative, and I love what Fort Lauderdale is doing. I had heard actually that Delray opened up Atlantic Avenue, the restaurants. I'm not quite so sure how that worked. A lot of things are changing and going back to what it is. It's funny, did you ever think, and every time I look back and they say, what would history say? What will history look like? What will it say about what happened in spring of 2020?
The United States took a timeout. And I saw some world economists saying, you can't keep the United States down. You can try, and you can try again. But this country has always been resilient to coming back and coming back some more and coming back bigger and better. We just got to come back smarter.
Yeah.
Not bigger and better, just smarter, because it's always been here. I mean, think about this. It's always been here. You can go to a beach and they use some water and glue and they make beautiful sculptures in the sand. You ever seen those sand
The
things?
sandcastle, sure.
I mean, some of these things are incredible. So we will come back and just got to do it safely, that's all. Atlantic Avenue. I love the idea of going down Atlantic and giving out a yellow rose to everybody. Have a great day. Why not?
You sure you're not from Texas? Because so far you've brought up 2 flowers of Texas, the yellow rose of Texas and the bluebonnet.
Maybe it's something I need.
Maybe there was something that you were connected to with the state of Texas. I don't know.
Hey, well, you know something? There's 3 things, because I'm actually making a phone call to Texas today where somebody has asked AMP to come in and do what we do here with the state of Texas.
There you have it. There's
So
your
it's
3.
And everything comes in.
Everything comes in 3s, and see that Texas deal comes through.
Just interesting. But you know what I like about what's going on right now is that we want to get bigger. We want to get better. And we want to show you how to be able to do that cost effectively. We know the cost is important. You know, you can't ask people to put money into things that they don't have.
Right.
But if you can get them to spend a tiny bit of money and get a big return, I think it's a good
I'm looking at our set. I really like our set right now. I know. I mean, we got some gum. We got some rum. I haven't even had any rum and flowers. And someone said we've got our branded cups. You know what? No time like the president to take it out. Our crew is working really hard on some pieces. I don't know what they're working on. But if you're a local restaurant and we can help spotlight your business and bring some food into studio and sample that, there's a food truck I want to call. I saw the Socially Distanced Supper Club was highlighted on NBC, actually.
Yes, and do you know that he actually was, we got a letter of invitation to meet with him about 4 weeks ago. And what happened was, it was from Promo Stuff From You, Andrea, gave me the number. I have his cell number. And it isn't that I didn't want to, I just forgot because we've been all over the place.
And I actually emailed him over the weekend, coincidentally, because he did a great hot dog segment, which looked really good. They even have
There's a whole bunch of foods in there.
vegan
Right?
killer dogs and what they've done in the city of Delray. And I know there's one in Wellington also. It's kind of like a crowdfunding. They pick a restaurant, and that's the restaurant they support for the day, and they go and take out and pick up and all these great things. I'd like to bring some of those restaurants forward and share their ideas.
Well, we have invited all restaurants to come forward to let people know what your plan of action is going to be, because we're working on the psychology of people that are going to go in to use and eat from there. And it's just to bring them slowly along and to know what's going on. The mannequin idea was great. I think that people now are also using menus that you throw away. I think that's overkill, but okay.
Yeah, but everyone's touching it. Then you got to wipe it down. Then it's got to dry. I get it.
It's probably easier just to get rid of it.
I'm probably thinking you just put a big chalkboard. This is going to be my idea. And you write your menu out, and people just see it. This way you're not having to throw paper away either.
Well, you know, the problem is that we're so accustomed to having a menu this way.
Well, things are going to change.
So things have to change, and you have to sort of bring it along a little easy.
Things are going to change, but you could just write it on a big chalkboard. You could put it on a poster board. Here I'm thinking about saving the environment. One poster board versus how many paper things?
I would have put it in chocolate on your plate.
The whole menu?
Yeah.
You know, it's really funny you say that. I think I was in an event, and I want to say it was probably my brother or sister's bar bat mitzvah, and I think the menu, there was of course, you and my mother share a brain. You have no idea how scary it is to hear things that you say, that this is what she says and this is what she does. And we had a piece of chocolate, and on white chocolate, the menu was written out, and that was like the place card.
Yes.
That's freaky scary. How do you think like my
There
mother?
was a place in the Bronx, in Throg's Neck, and there was a plate, and you sat here, and the menu was on the plate. And it was done with chocolate on a white chocolate background.
You know, they say white chocolate isn't really chocolate.
Why?
Because it's not really chocolate. I don't know why it's called. We need our fact checker. Why is white chocolate not really chocolate? But so they've said white chocolate is not. It happens to be one of my favorite chocolates, but apparently it's not really chocolate.
Well, get thinking out of the box.
That's what you have to do, is
think out of
get
the
creative.
box. And people that have clothing stores and things of that nature, out of the box. Always out of the box. You know something, what I like is the stimulus that people are going to be thinking out of the box, and this is going to go forward. So your store is going to be able to do sales virtually. If I own a store that does clothing, I would have a section of the store where it's a virtual section. So if you're all over the world looking virtually at clothes, you bring a model or a person that works for the store and they try it on. And this too could be you.
There's a lot of things that people can do. And you know how we got Vice Mayor on our show? You know who connected us? My daughter.
Really? I've been telling you, let your daughter be a producer for the last, 4 years in doing some of the things that she does. Because all the kids, one of the reasons we're doing all the shows with the kids that are different is because they see this whole epidemic differently from
I was
us.
reading an article about Fat Village and the new green space that they're using, and I showed her the article. She says, "Oh, Vice Mayor Steve Glassman, Celia is his assistant or his social media." So she put that all together, which was spectacular.
And right now we have a huge parking lot until next door they come because they take it all. We have a parking lot out there, and I told you I wanted to move the stage out there and put speakers out there.
And do some music.
And maybe something for first responders. I don't know. Maybe we put a lawn table and people come and whatever. But I want to do something. I want to take advantage of the fact, even if we do it just once, I want to do something out of the box
Have
to see
some
what
fun.
people
I'd also like to maybe open up a market, maybe not a farmer's market, but maybe it is, but maybe it's a vendor fair type of market, and people that have their home-based businesses to put it out in the parking lot. Everyone bring their own tent, 6 feet apart, of course, and open it up and say, you know what, maybe you want necklaces or flowers or whatever it is that you have been doing from home or that you do, that we can maybe spotlight your business
like a
outside.
farmer's market type of thing.
Exactly.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
And
to
I think
do.
our parking spaces are probably 3 feet, so it's like every other parking space, and
Only problem is where you're going to park everybody.
that's a whole nother story.
We need a bigger place. And they just say we need a bigger place.
That's all another story. I had to think that one through. Now let's go to commercial break. When we come up, we'll wrap up our Monday and see what we got cooking for later. Stay tuned. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, and we'll be back in a few.
Kids for Kids Ministry. The vision is to see children in Haiti emerge from extreme poverty into an extraordinary destiny in Christ. The problem is the orphans in Haiti lack clean water to drink and food sustainability. These children need art-integrated education, medical needs, shoes, clothes, a lunch program, and teacher salary aid. The mission is to sponsor local leaders in Haiti to support them in the care of orphans and vulnerable children. In January of 2020, Kids for Kids traveled to Haiti to visit the orphans at their home and at their school. The school has now grown to 30 children attending daily classes, but there are many things to improve upon. To help us or to donate, contact Patty Paget at Kids for Kids Ministry, 561-876-1710. That's Kids for Kids Ministry at 561-876-1710.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient, that little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Callaway here from the VoiceOver Connection, and I'm here to tell you that you're missing out. Everybody has a dream, something that they believe can change their life or even change the world. The difference between letting that dream slip and making it come true all depends on whether or not you can make the world believe your dream too. Here at the VoiceOver Connection, we specialize in selling dreams. Our team of well-connected and influential voices will help take your ambitions, your deepest and wildest aspirations to places that you never imagined you could reach. The time for dreaming is over. You've done enough of that already. It's time to take action. Elevate your business by giving your dream a voice. Contact us at 866-224-5000 5422 or email us at thebrooklynCafeTV@gmail.com. Because a dream is only a dream until you decide to make it real. Pizza District is the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. They have amazing deals, great food, and an even better customer connection. Their owner, Nico, runs the friendliest and cleanest pizzeria for miles around. With their pizza made with whole wheat, gluten-free, cauliflower crust, and traditional New York style, you can't go wrong. Plus all the extras like salad and chicken wings. They are a family-run business with a great atmosphere. Call today to order your pizza and tell them the Brooklyn Cafe sent you at 561-961-4163. That's 561-961-4163 for Pizza District, the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
We are on fire, so let's spread your business like fire. Spotlight your business, ideas, and events through our Brooklyn Cafe TV channel on Amazon Fire. Contact us today at 866-224-5422 for more information. Let the whole town, even the whole country, know your message with the click of a button. Together, we ignite.
As the coronavirus pandemic continues to run its course, Paramount Property Maintenance is offering the community a helping hand. Introducing the COVID-19 Action Disinfecting Plan, a one-of-a-kind procedure that will effectively clean and disinfect your business or place of residence. Paramount Property Maintenance has years of experience in dealing with biological contaminants, and their methods are proven to be more reliable and more extensive than any janitorial or cleaning service in South Florida. The COVID-19 Action Procedure features the use of hospital-grade disinfectant recommended by the CDC, as well as a highly trained sanitation team that will make sure every surface in the room receives proper treatment. Contact Paramount Property Maintenance today at 305-761-8191 to make your home or workplace COVID-19 free.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
You once told me something a long time ago, and I went, "No, that's not true."
Yes, it is true.
But it's 100% true.
110%.
The more I think about it, it's 110% true.
110%.
You know, the only person I really know that says 110%, Genji.
Why?
Because she's one of the few people I know that 110%.
Your mic.
Where's your mic?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it fell off. I guess it fell off. I guess my mic fell off.
Well, you had to wear your mic in order
I
for
was
it to
when I didn't
work.
even get up. Guess it fell off. I don't know how it fell
guess it
off, but it
fell
fell off. Anyway, back to that. Happy Monday to you.
So what'd you say? You're 110%?
110%.
You know, it's funny. Your mother is from New York, and we and her have a lot of similarities.
Oh my gosh.
With things that we grew up with. But that's the way it was in the day, you know. In the day, it was different than it is today. We had people, we had restaurants, we had different people that did different things. Mulberry Street and stuff like that. And Spanish Harlem had restaurants, and Arturo's.
I want to do a food cooking segment. Teddy and me, if you guys can find that video I sent Freddie, if not, we'll run it tomorrow. I want to start doing cooking segments and food segments. I think that might be a nice way to open up what's happening in our community.
Well, Callaway says he knows somebody in Miami who's a chef.
And Hector as well.
Hector has his own cult.
And I think people have really gotten into cooking and baking. Aaron has a friend that is starting to cook, and he said he really found his calling with baking over the past couple months, which I always find amazing because for me, Is that one of my things?
Didn't you just tell me your son did something?
My son did it. We're going to find that. It was with
Do we have
Nutrilicious.
it? Do we have that cut?
I'll have to send it again.
Dawn doesn't know how to send video.
I'll have to send it again. Here's
Did you
the
send
problem.
it a WeTransfer?
I don't know how to get it from my phone to WeTransfer.
From your phone?
Yeah.
It was done on your phone?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I just sent it to you, but I don't know how to put it on
You sent me an
WeTransfer.
empty case.
So I don't know how to get that on the platform to send
We'll
it to you.
work on that.
But I'm learning it. I'm learning it. So I'd like to put little segments together, and our crew is going to start putting little segments together, brought to you by, and do our reporter, maybe book reviews. I'd like to, some new art, some new things, change the energy in here, change the life, move things around. I move things around once, I'm going to move things around again. I know. You know, this afternoon, the doctor's offices are opening. I've got to go to the eye doctor today.
Yeah.
Wednesday, I'm supposed to go to the dentist.
Now, let me ask you a question. You're going to be seeing all these professionals.
Well, that's what
Are
that's
you
my
going to be
question to
wearing
you.
a mask?
For the eye doctor, sure.
And for the dentist?
That's going to be a problem. I'm not so quite sure I'm keeping the appointment. That's what I kind of wanted to talk to you about.
Why are you talking to me? I'm not looking in your mouth.
Well, I'm thinking, what would you do if you had a dentist appointment
Absolutely
and
not.
it's just a routine cleaning?
Absolutely not.
So I'm thinking I'm going to call and cancel the appointment.
But can you put it off for 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's just a cleaning. It's
2
a routine
weeks.
cleaning.
I mean, you can wait 2 weeks.
And they're probably going to tell me they're booked into July, and I think I'm going to say, okay, now for the eye doctor, can I wear a mask? Absolutely. Will he wear a mask? Absolutely. The dentist is a whole nother story.
Now, you could wear a mask from doing the wine chick that'll cover your whole head, and then you put 2 holes in it.
To see.
To see.
So that's what I was thinking about. You know, I had all these appointments. They've been scheduled for a while. This one for today actually was rescheduled from when this all started. And I'm thinking, I'm not so sure I'm ready to go back to the dentist this week.
Now, do you stop going to the doctor because until things blow over? How do you work this?
I don't know. It's kind of a question. I'm wondering what people are doing. I don't want to live in fear. People need to go to the doctors. People need to have checkups and do all of these things. If I had a problem, I shouldn't be saying this because watch, something will happen. But as a routine check, is it something that is okay to put off? I don't know.
Well, I put off my diabetic appointment for next month, I think.
And I was thinking you're going to go in a mask.
Me, I'm going to go in bubble wrap.
So you're going to go next month. So I know you had an appointment in the middle of all of this
I'm
also.
going to call my doctor and say, are you bubble wrapped? Because it's only good if the other side is as bubble wrapped as you.
And they absolutely are.
Well, then I'm ready to go.
I know they're wearing masks. I know they're changing. I mean, your office, I'm only assuming that they're doing protocols of everything else. There are protocols. There are.
Never assume.
It's interesting though, right? Because we had talking to Fort Lauderdale today, Vice Mayor Glassman talking about the strict protocols that we don't see these strict protocols that are coming in. You're seeing people's videos and they're making light of it, but it's nice to know there are strict protocols for gyms to reopen. There are strict protocols for restaurants to reopen. There should be strict protocols for people to go in. No shirts, no shoes, no mask, no service.
I saw that shirt.
Did you? What a great idea that shirt was.
Yes, and again, you know, you don't want to live in fear, but you want to live intelligently, that's all.
And creatively be creative for your business. There's so many things that we can do. I love the fact, I just love being able to change the set. This to me, these flowers, look, they change the whole view of this.
That little flower.
That little flower, it doesn't take a lot.
You are hilarious.
But if you walk down the street and you gave someone a rose, you would make them smile.
Somebody hit me.
You make them smile. I think an orange for, you know, I just think flowers, they say a lot. It's a living thing, and you see life continues, and you keep going.
Well, Deutsch says she is willing to do that with us.
This does not do so well back here, but
Yes, if you want any kind of weed grass or anything killed, just call Dawn.
I do not have a green thumb.
No, you don't even have a thumb. You have
That is-
nothing. It dies. Everything dies.
It is not, yeah. That's why
That's hilarious.
That's why the flower of the month club for me is perfect. They come in with water. I change them. When they die, we replace them.
What's your favorite flower?
White roses.
Interesting. All your
know.
life?
Maybe, I think so. As
When
far
you got
back as I can
married,
remember.
what'd you have as
White
a-
roses.
White roses. So you all your life.
White roses. But these I love because these have a different energy. These feel like sporty and energetic and fun. I don't often buy myself white roses. I love lavender roses. Orange and yellow are just a whole nother sporty spring kind. I don't know why I feel sporty when I see orange and yellow roses, but I love the lavender. Sometimes the white roses come with the lavender tips. I think those are magnificent. When they open up, sometimes a little pink, a little blush, but not blush as much as the white ones.
I also wanted to remind people that because we are reopening does not mean that we haven't been open. I mean, everybody acts like this is like a new gift out of the box.
Who, us?
Yeah, as a society. We are opening up to what we were doing before the thing started, this stupidity started. And we're being careful, and we're being clean. And now we know what washing your hands is all about. But it doesn't mean that that you weren't open before. You were somebody, you still are somebody.
Yes.
Things are going to get better little by little. There are going to be a few hiccups here and there. Try to stay away from places where, I mean, what would you do if you walk into a restaurant and it's packed to the gills and nobody has any mask or nothing? Would you leave?
Yeah.
If you go to a restaurant and you have your mask on, you're going to keep it on till the food comes.
And then you're going to eat, and then all it takes is an exposure. So it's a whole lot of questions.
But this is my question.
It's a whole lot of questions, which is why I'm not so sure I'm going to the dentist this week.
And if a waiter comes and they don't have a mask and gloves on, would you stay?
No.
Okay.
I don't know about the gloves. I've always wondered about the gloves, though, for the longest time before any of this, because I feel like unless you're washing your hands between every time you touch a plate of food, then you're getting exposed to
handling money.
I think that's going to change. I think there's not going to be as much cash exchange. I have not gone to the bank to take out cash since all of this started. And I used to go every week and take out cash, and $10 here, lunch here, a little bit. Now, even when I go anything, I just put in my debit card, because when people put the machines out the windows, you slide it in, you slide it out, no exchange, no nothing.
Bank of America sent me an alert. You got to watch what's going on right now. A lot of people are getting smart about hacking debit cards, so be very careful. All of a sudden, Linda and I found out that we have a Walmart account, and we were there yesterday at 6 o'clock in the morning spending $700 worth of stuff.
Nice.
We weren't there.
I know.
And the bank called, everybody called. We said, put a stop to it, end the account.
You guys get hacked a lot.
We get hacked a lot.
Thank
you very much. You know, you're going to bring it down on yourself. Thank you very much. You're going to bring it down on yourself. We get hacked like other people get hacked. It's just our turn right now. So you got to be careful where you use your merchandise. Gas stations, make sure that you go to a place you always go to.
I have to tell you though, I don't really often use my debit card. I will use a bank credit card, but I don't often use my debit card.
I can't afford that.
A bank credit card?
Yeah.
Oh, but for that reason alone, because if you need that cash and it has been taken out of your account and you need that cash, it's going to take time to put it back in. And then I feel they've got access to your account. So I use a business bank card is what I use. And it works as a debit card also. But
I don't have that, but thank you for playing.
And I'm only saying that because of that reason, and I never use a debit card at a gas station.
Just be careful, that's all. Be careful about that. Be careful who's around you. Always wear gloves when you get gas.
Yes.
Do not wrap the glove around the gas handle. They wrap the glove around the handle, exposing the top and bottom of the hand, thinking that that's okay. Don't take shortcuts.
No.
Put the stupid thing on, and try wearing two if you can.
Just be careful. Don't double glove.
Don't double glove.
Don't double glove.
No, one glove on each hand.
Although, as a matter of fact, I have heard medical professionals, and I don't know if this is true, they wear layers of gloves, and then between patients they take them off. I don't think that's true either. I think we'll hear a lot of propaganda on social media. I think some things might be right. I think some things are propaganda. I think some stories are not true. As you always tell your kids when you're doing a research article, make sure your sources are accurate and they are correct and they are viable sources. Just because someone puts it on social media does not necessarily mean it's correct. Also, if you happen to be reading it in a newspaper and they're quoting facts and you think they are wrong, double check your facts with wherever it is, whether it be the state or the CDC. That happened this weekend. There were misreported facts of some things that are happening in our community. And if you go back and you check them, things were combined that should not have been combined. So
let me get this right. The word fake news does exist.
Fake news exists even within legitimate news sources if you do not, which is what I hope our crew is learning, that you have to have legitimate news sources, or like we did with Fort Lauderdale, you go right to the source and there's no room for interpretation.
And sometimes a question asked, though it is a legitimate question, does not carry a legitimate answer. We talked about this last week. If you were the one in charge of opening up all the schools and your fingers on that button.
It's going to sound like Valerie's intro. Yeah.
Right, because all of a sudden and they asked the guy, will you open the schools? And if it was me, I would say, why are you asking me that? You're asking me to put my neck on the line. I can't answer that right now. Why don't you ask me that tomorrow? Let's see what tomorrow looks like.
See what happens.
But then asking a question can make the whole thing illegitimate. So it came out the next day.
You got to check your sources.
That the guy says, don't open the schools because it's dangerous.
Put your mask on, honey.
To be out there.
That's probably the toilet paper I had to order in bulk.
I don't know what she's doing.
And paper towels in bulk. I'm ordering a lot of things in bulk, is all I can say.
You're hilarious. Is it violet purple?
I hope not, is all I can tell you. But it's been a lot of money on toilet paper and paper towels.
Somebody said something. Oh, somebody got food.
Have a great day, everyone. It is Monday. If you're looking for flowers, contact Patricia Dutch, Dutch Designs, D-U-C-H without the T. Thank you again to Vice Mayor Steve Glassman for joining us as we reopen Fort Lauderdale. I would love to get someone from Boca Raton in to chat with us as well. I'm going to be reaching out to some more people today. I did. Restaurants, let us know how we can help you and spotlight your restaurant, your food, any businesses. We are here to help spread the word, spread the community, and as always, we are here to help spread a voice, share a voice.
That's right. So just stay safe, stay smart, and like always, don't be late.
Have some Gubba rum. Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.